Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom coming to you from Dublin. I'm back for another Eurovision reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to the 4 hosts who've been announced for Eurovision 2023. So let's kiki. I'm not sure if I'm going to do timestamps or not, but if I do, I will leave them in the time bar. So today the 4 hosts were announced. They are Graham Norton, Julia Sanina, Hannah Waddingham and Alesha Dixon. So the 3 ladies will be doing the semi-finals and they'll be joined in the final by Graham. So let's talk about Graham first. So in case you don't know, Graham Norton is actually an Irish TV presenter. He's from Cork, which is in the southwest of Ireland. As far as I know, his first big break came with a show called Father Ted, which in case you don't know is like the greatest Irish sitcom ever. I remember when I was in high school, it was like the biggest thing.
Sit down there and we'll have a bit of an old song. What can we sing? Will you sing one, Ted? You will. You have a lovely voice. Very like Celine Dion. Will you dance then? Come on, Tony, sit on the old Riverdance album.
They even had an episode about Eurovision. The Eurovision episode is amazing. That's where he got his big break, and then eventually it led to him getting his own talk show. His first talk show was in '98. It was called So Graham Norton, and then basically it culminated in him getting one of the main BBC talk shows, which is called The Graham Norton Show. So he's been at it since '98. That's 25 years. He's literally met every single celebrity in Hollywood like 10 times, and he's actually friends with them and everything. So the point of that is he's very, very comfortable on live TV, first of all, but also being around big names and big stars. Not that there's going to be loads of that, but he's very good under pressure. He's incredibly clever and witty, very sharp. He also doesn't let people get away with kind of BSing either. If they're talking crap or being very arrogant, he'll call them out about it, but in a very funny way. He's very, very humorous and sharp-witted. So I'm so excited about this. Like, he's been the commentator for the BBC on Eurovision for a long time now. He took over from Terry Wogan, who, as I've said on this channel before, I'm not a fan of. And Graham Norton, I think, has really healed a lot of those wounds over time. He's a super fan, but beyond that, he's an exceptional host, like one of the best. He's hosted award shows as well. He's just very experienced. He's really, really well liked in the UK. So this is probably would have been my #1 choice now. He said he wasn't going to do it. He said, and put out a statement saying, I'm not doing that. So I think at this point, we as Eurovision fans just need to stop asking people if they're going to be performing or singing, because I think they're contractually obligated to lie to us. So it feels like a bit redundant asking. I understand why people get excited and want to find out. But yeah, he said he wasn't going to do it. He was basically lying. He is going to do it. He's also going to commentate at the same time, so he's going to run back and forth. Terry Wogan actually did the same thing as well, funnily enough. I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to be the first really funny final that we've had in a long time. He's definitely able to write a funny script and deliver it. His comedic timing is exceptional. He's got a little bit of sarcasm in him. It's not necessarily like a bitchy sense of humor at all. He's just got this way of feeling like you're his best friend that's just very magnetic. For me, the last funny host we had was 2016. Padre Meda and Monza Mulov I thought were excellent. That script was very well written, and I also really enjoyed 2014 with Pilo and Nikolai. I thought they were great. I thought the girl was very robotic, freshly delivered from the robot factory, but I thought the guys were very good and they did most of the talking on the main stage. So I think it's also our first like openly gay host as well, which is a little bit surprising considering the reputation that Eurovision has for being a bit of a LGBT plus magnet. He's going to be very comfortable now with any comedy skits, any off-the-cuff marks. He's very good at spontaneousness, so if anything bad happens or anything starts falling down, he will be able to ad-lib very, very well. He's very good at improvisation, so it's such a safe pair of hands. He's so competent as a host. BBC, I've got nothing to worry about. Okay, so second up is Hannah Waddingham. Now this is the biggest surprise for me. If you bet on Hannah Waddingham being one of the hosts, you are now a millionaire, and you need to invite me to your mansion in Monte Carlo, because nobody, I didn't hear anybody talking about her before. This is totally out of nowhere. For me, she's most famous for being Septa Unella in Game of Thrones. This was the shame nun who made Cersei walk through the city saying shame and ringing the bell. And yeah, she had lots of other scenes as well, but she was excellent in that part. She has had some other things, I think in a show called Sex Education and a couple of others that have been referenced, and she's won an Emmy. So I think this choice is very interesting because I think it'll become clear when we start to see what the script is. I would imagine that she's going to be good in any skits. They wanted someone who's like very good at acting, because obviously now she's got theatre background, she's got a TV background, she's going to be really good. Well, Graham's got a TV background as well. Keep in mind he did some TV shows, so he's also a good actor. Maybe they need another person Dixon just to do any like small bits during the show. I imagine maybe she's just a very good presenter as well. So this is an interesting one for me. Definitely if you've got any inside gossip on what was the reasoning behind her, please let me know. I am praying that she can get Circe, Lena Headey, to do something in Eurovision. I want, this is what I want. This is all I want in my life. I want Circe and Eurovision to come together. That is like my ultimate fantasy. Circe was my favorite character in Game of Thrones by far. I just thought she was amazing. To have Circe there in the final, doing absolutely anything, I don't care what it is, that is what I want in my life. Hannah Waddingham, please make it happen. You have done scenes with her. You must have her phone number. This is what I want. Okay, so third up we have Alesha Dixon. Alesha, I think she started off in Mystique, which was a girl group. If you don't know their song, Scandalous, check it out. That is a fantastic song from quite a while ago, 2003. Yeah, Scandalous was 2003. From there, I think she went on to, she won Dancing with the Stars or something like that, because I remember she released a song afterwards that was basically about, oh, she's only into guys who are good dancers, if the boy can dance or something like that, which I actually quite liked as well. It's a good song. She's a very lovely girl. She's got a real bubbly personality. I've seen her on a couple of TV shows recently. Yeah, she's very well spoken. She's gorgeous. She'll be able to sing and dance if they need any performances done at the start of the show, like we saw last year with Italy, or if they need any kind of like mid bits in the semi-finals, she'll definitely be able to deliver that. Also, she's been a judge on Strictly Come Dancing. She's been a judge on Britain's Got Talent, so she's got plenty of experience with TV. Again, someone who's very experienced, is going to know what to do. I'm actually very happy about this, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully doing a performance or something. And the fourth and final host is Julia Sanina. Now, I originally thought that it was going to be 2 British and 2 Ukrainians, and I was thinking Timur plus a woman. In the end, they've gone 3 and 1, but I think that Timur is going to be on the red carpet and doing some other stuff. Happy to see that they chose a woman, because when Ukraine hosted in 2017 with 3 guys on the main stage, which didn't go down too well with some people, so it was nice to see that we've got a Ukrainian woman this time. She's the lead singer of the Harkis, which is an alternative rock group in Ukraine, and funnily enough in 2016 drew with Jamala. They both had 11 points in Vidbir that year, but Jamala won the televote, so theoretically Harkis almost would have stopped Jamala from going to Eurovision 2016 and winning. So yeah, in an alternate universe where they just got a couple more televotes, that didn't happen. Since then, I think she's been on The Voice Ukraine as well, so she's got a bit of TV experience. Yeah, this one is kind of like a pleasant surprise for me. Again, I'm really happy that we've got a girl. I think that they would have had to really focus on who's got a good enough English to do the job, because yeah, obviously you do not want someone who's struggling with the language. Hosting in a foreign language is difficult enough, but then on top of that, if you have anything unexpected happen, you have to have enough language that you can ad-lib up a script. So it's really important. She had a little clip at the end of the official reveal video where she kind of said, hello, I'm Julia. She kind of introduced herself, I think because she's probably the least known to British people, obviously, and yeah, her English sounded really, really good. So I think this is really interesting. I think it's really important that Ukraine is included. Again, this is someone who can perform if needed. If they need someone to sing a song, she can duet with Alesha and anyone else who comes in to join them. And I like that it's a guy with 3 girls, a gay guy with 3 girls. It's a little bit of a kiki. You know, we've never had that mix up before. I saw someone complaining that there's no straight men this someone complaining on Twitter. This is Tom from the future. I don't know why, but for some reason I just stopped recording. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I just didn't finish the video, so I'm going to finish it now. This is a couple of weeks later, as you can see my hair's longer. I'm wearing the same t-shirt. Don't worry, I have washed it since that happened. So yeah, just to conclude the video. Yeah, largely I'm very happy with the host. I was a little bit disappointed that Rylan didn't get something bigger. As you know, I'm a really big fan of Rylan. He sometimes posts on my, not just me, but lots of people on Twitter. He'll leave lots of random posts about very obscure Eurovision things. He is like a super fan. I saw him posting this weekend about not being able to go to Barcelona pre-party. I like his personality as well. I think he's a really genuine, lovely, charming person. So yeah, I was disappointed that he didn't get something on the main stage, but he's going to be covering it on the radio with Scott Mills, who's also a big Eurovision fan as well. So I'm glad that he got something, but I kind of understand why they picked Graham, because it is such an incredibly high pressure job, and Graham just has that tons and tons and tons of that experience already. So I understand the decision, but yeah, I was disappointed for him. But you know, the way UK are going, they're getting better and better each year now. It may not be as long until they host again in 20 years from now, who knows, or within the next 20 years. Maybe Ryland might have his own talk show by then, and he might be able to step up and be the host. So I'm sure he'll get his moment eventually. But as I said, overall, I'm really happy with the hosts. I think one of the reasons that Liverpool won their bid is that they were very forward thinking in how they can include Ukraine, and one of those aspects was definitely in including the hosts. So I think that's really, really great that we have Yulia there. I think the show is going to be really fun and exciting. I expect the British script to be quite self-deprecating, quite funny. I don't think they're going to miss this opportunity to show off the British sense of humor, which can be really, really funny when it's done right. Shows like The Office, Peep Show, I'm Alan Partridge. These are quite obscure British sitcoms, but when they're funny, they're like exceptionally excellent. So if you like any of those sitcoms, leave a comment down below, because all of them are my favorite. Okay, well, that is what I thought in the past and in the present about the hosts for Eurovision 2023. Leave a comment for me in the comment section down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and thanks so much for watching. See you in another Eurovision analysis video very soon. Goodbye. Blah, 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 blah.